You wake up, rush through emails, jump from meeting to meeting, answer endless messages. The hours fly by, and at the end of the day, you're drained. But strangely, you don't feel accomplished. The checklist is full, but your progress feels empty. This is the paradox of modern life. We feel busier than any generation before us, yet we often achieve less of what truly matters. We measure our days by how many tasks we touched, not by the value we created. And the busyness trap keeps pulling us deeper. Why does this happen? Part of it is psychological. Our brains love quick wins. Replying to a message or checking off a small task gives a tiny dopamine hit. It feels like progress, even if nothing important has moved forward. We confuse activity with achievement. Technology adds fuel to the fire. Notifications, alerts, and constant connectivity fragment our attention. Each distraction pulls us away from deep work, leaving us scattered. Instead of completing one meaningful task, we juggle dozens of shallow ones. At the end of the day, our energy is spent, but our goals remain untouched. The culture of work reinforces it. Busy has become a badge of honor, a way to signal importance. When someone asks how you're doing, the default answer is often busy. But being busy doesn't mean being productive. In fact, the busier we get, the less productive we often become. Meetings are another culprit. Research shows that the number of meetings has exploded in recent years, but productivity hasn't followed. Many meetings create the illusion of coordination, while actually consuming the very time needed for real progress. It's activity disguised as achievement. And then there's multitasking. We like to believe we're good at it, but science proves otherwise. Each switch of attention comes with a cost, burning mental energy and slowing us down. The more we multitask, the less we truly finish. Yet because we're constantly active, it feels like we're working harder than ever. So the illusion is clear. Busyness tricks us into feeling productive. But in reality, it drains our focus, scatters our energy, and leaves us with little to show for it. Which raises the bigger question. If busyness is the trap, what does true productivity look like? Science shows that true productivity doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing fewer things with greater focus. The human brain was never designed for constant switching. Each time you jump from email to meeting to message, you lose focus, and regaining it can take minutes, sometimes longer. Multiply that by 100 distractions a day, and entire hours vanish. Psychologists call this attention residue. When you leave one task unfinished and move to another, a part of your mind stays stuck on the first one. It reduces the quality of your focus on the new task. The more fragmented your day, the more residue builds up, and the less effective you become. Research on deep work confirms this. When people dedicate uninterrupted blocks of time to a single demanding task, they produce at a much higher level. Hours of deep work can achieve more than days of scattered activity. It's not about the number of hours you work, it's about the quality of those hours. Decision fatigue adds another layer. Each choice, from answering emails to picking lunch, drains mental energy. In the past, daily life involved fewer micro-decisions. Today, constant notifications and options force us to decide dozens of small things every hour. By evening, willpower is depleted, and even simple tasks feel overwhelming. Stress hormones like cortisol also play a role. Busyness keeps the body in a state of low-level stress. It feels urgent, but not satisfying. Over time, this erodes creativity, problem-solving, and motivation. The very pressure that pushes us to work harder ends up making us less effective. History offers perspective. Productivity has risen dramatically with technology, but so have distractions. A century ago, people worked fewer hours with fewer interruptions, often producing more tangible outcomes. Today, we work longer, but the gains are diluted by constant fragmentation. We're not lazier, we're simply busier in unproductive ways. So the science is clear. Real productivity is about depth, not speed. It's about protecting attention, reducing distractions, and focusing on what truly matters. But knowing this isn't enough. The real question is, how do we break free from the busyness trap and design lives where achievement replaces activity? Breaking free from the busyness trap starts with clarity. You can't do everything, and trying to will only scatter your energy. The first step is to define what truly matters. Choose the few tasks that create real progress, and let the rest shrink in importance. Busyness thrives on confusion. Productivity thrives on clarity. Protect your focus. Block out time for deep work. Hours with no notifications, no email, no distractions. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but these blocks are where real achievement happens. Even 2 hours of deep work can outweigh an entire day of scattered activity. Guard them as if they're meetings with your future self. Limit shallow work. Emails, messages, and small tasks will always exist, but give them boundaries. Set specific times to handle them, instead of letting them invade every moment. When you control, when you engage, they stop controlling you. Digital hygiene is essential. Turn off non-essential notifications. Delete apps that steal more attention than they give. Ask yourself, does this tool serve my goals, or am I serving it? Technology can be powerful, but only if you use it intentionally. Rest isn't a luxury. It's part of productivity. Breaks, walks, and even moments of boredom allow the brain to reset. Some of the best insights arrive when the mind has space. Busyness tells you to push harder. Productivity tells you to pause, recharge, and then return sharper. Relationships matter too. Don't let busyness crowd out connection. Studies show that strong relationships improve health, happiness, and even performance. A life full of shallow tasks, but empty of deep connections, is not productive. It's impoverished. Protect time for people, not just projects. And finally, redefine success. Instead of measuring your worth by how busy you are, measure it by the value you create. Did you move closer to your goals? Did you contribute something meaningful? Did you live in alignment with what matters most? That's real productivity. Because in the end, busyness is noise. Productivity is signal. Busyness exhausts. Productivity fulfills. You don't have to live at the mercy of endless tasks. You can choose to slow down, focus, and achieve more by doing less.